This is our second vlog, and I thought I'd share with you what an Australian Christmas looks like. This is Bear. Hey mate. So at the moment it's our summer, and it is a subtropical summer. So for the last maybe 2 weeks we've had pretty much non-stop rain. So all of our creeks are flowing beautifully, the rivers are flowing, the ground is wet and the grass is growing, and so that's been really lovely to see. It always feels really interesting when we watch people's Christmas overseas and people are singing about a white Christmas, and they're talking about the snow and building snowmen and having a really hot traditional sort of Christmas lunch. And here we go to the beach and we go swimming and we're in shorts and t-shirts, or there's sprinklers in the backyard. It's a really different Christmas from what people in the cold areas would experience, but it's good fun anyway. An Australian Christmas can be pretty much anything. We're very much a multicultural nation, so a lot of people like a roast. My favourite part of Christmas is cheese and crackers and olives and things like that, and as well as seafood, prawns and oysters. We have beautiful seafood here in Australia, so that's some things. We do presents and church and all of those normal sort of things as well. So in this vlog I thought I would introduce you to our animals. You've seen Tucker and Bear, and I'll show you a bit more of them, and Hagrid and our goats, bowl goats, and our little cat Sooty. She lives inside. This is Bear, and he is our guard dog, so he patrols around our house, and we have a really serious problem with wild dogs here, and so he keeps them at bay and keeps us and also our animals safe. He's a good, big, strong boy. And he likes to talk a lot. So if you hear a dog saying "oh" in the background sometimes, that'll be Bear. He likes to tell you what he's thinking, and he likes to have a good chat. He's really lovely. I'm not sure how successful this is going to be. They always say never work with animals or children, and here I am surrounded by goats. And the goats are notoriously cheeky creatures, and they're very curious, and just a little bit skittish. They like cats when they get food, and this is Hagrid. He's a big fella, and he's only about 8 months old, so he's still got a lot more growing and a lot more filling out to do. So Anatolian Shepherd's class is a giant breed. They're a really big dog, and so he'll lives with the goats full time. He never comes inside. He just lives out here, and he sleeps in the shelter with the girls, and he guards them. So he has bonded with the goats. There is family, and he is the alpha male here in his yard, and he protects them. So he hasn't really learnt that yet. That's why we've got Bear, and Bear is the backup, but he's getting there. And we have 9 Boer nanny goats. They're really lovely. They've all got names, but I can't tell them apart, but my children can. Okay. Settle down. The kids can tell them apart, but I can't. And soon we'll be getting a Hagrid. Stop. Soon we'll be getting a billy goat to run with them, because we got them and they were really young, so they're up to breeding age now, and they're good and strong and healthy, and they just graze on the grasses. We rotate them every week into a new section with electric fencing, and they just graze on the grasses and the woody weeds and shrubs and small trees, and they have a really happy life. Yeah, and Hagrid just moves around with them. As you can see, he's a big dope. But the goats know that he's their protector, so when there's thunder and things like that, they'll actually all flock to Hagrid and stand really close to him, which is a really interesting bond, I think, to watch when you're not used to guardian animals and you're not used to guardian dogs. It's really interesting to see how the dogs and the goats all interact together. Is that right, mate? Yes, it's a good scratch. It's a good scratch. This is a goat's little A-frame shelter that we built, and whenever it rains they all like to go in there and stay out of the weather. Because we're off grid, we have this little solar unit here. So this is the battery back of the solar panel, and we have the strength of the fencing, and we usually have it on halfway. These guys are pretty good on the fences. They don't really try and test them too frequently, so we don't have to have it up too high. Electric fencing is definitely the way to go. So with these goats, they're cheeky. And Hagrid is very happy in his yard. So they've got quite a big area, as you can see. It goes all the way out past the A-frame little shed and all the way up this hill here. And they've been in this paddock for a week now, and there's still a lot of food left in there, but we'll move them in a few days anyway. We like to move them really frequently, so they are never on the same area for too long. So behind me here is the big shed that we're building. Well, my husband's building. I'm not really doing a whole lot of that. And he's building it out of trees felled from our own property, and it's been a really big job to even get it to that point, stripping all the bark off and getting them up. So a lot of the trees, all the trees that he's using here are hardwood. They're very heavy logs, even though they might not look that big. They're incredibly heavy. So it's a slow job, and since we're doing everything here from scratch and on a really big budget. Everything takes time, and we start one job and then we get waylaid with the next thing, and that can be pretty frustrating sometimes, but it is the way it is, and we just have to be patient and do what we can when we can. Another thing that we have here are wood roaches. So they're a native cockroach that my husband breeds and sells them in big boxes through the post system to people who breed lizards. So it sounds a bit odd and maybe a bit gross, but they're actually a really good side income, and once you know how to care for them with their temperature and what they eat, and just sort of watch the signs, they do quite well. So in the shed, it's going to have a little wood oven for winter because we haven't got any electric heating overnight. So they're going to be living in style, cockroaches living in style. I never would have thought that that would be a part of my life maybe 10 years ago, but now it is. Grant is the one who does most of the farm work because I'm at home with baby Elsie. So yeah, it has a lot on his plate. He's also not very keen on the camera, so you might not see a whole lot of him at the beginning, but I hope he'll join me on vlogs in the future, along with the kids as well.